Hi, I'm TG Trooper. With me today is Aki McKenzi. I interviewed Aki last year and about the first book, and they're here today to talk about the sequel. Before we go any further, if you're finding this on Instagram and want to look at it on YouTube, I can't put a link on Instagram because they see it as spam. So you just search YouTube for TG Trooper author interviews and you'll find it there, and you'll find all of them there. So I have my clipboard as ever. Let's get into it. What's the book about?
So the second one, Saltwater and Smoke, is a continuation of the first, picking up basically right where we left off at the end of book one. So it's the next couple of months of Ari's life being a Neo warrior and sort of how she's dealing with what happened to her in book one.
Oh, okay. So is this a sequel or a part two?
It's sort of both, really. So like obviously it is a sequel of events, but it is sort of like the second part of her story, and eventually it will carry on into the third part as well, but that's a whole different that's a whole different thing.
So have the characters changed much from book one to book two?
I think everyone's a lot sadder now. Everyone has trauma. Yeah, sort of in terms of the actually writing them, not particularly, but like it's because there is a very obvious tonal shift in book one. Lots of people have commented on that, and how the characters are now in book two definitely does reflect that. Like it's very sort of you can see where they are sort of I'm trying to think of the word. You can see where sort of things are starting to affect them a bit more.
Right. Okay. Is that sort of big trauma?
Yeah.
Not wishing to give away too much of the plot for book one, but there is action in it, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is action.
Yeah. There's a decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, with Caspian's death in book one, not really a plot spoiler, but there you go. In book one, you're introducing a new Neo warrior. What are they like?
So yeah, it's Caspian's younger brother. It takes him a while to find his feet, shall we say? Like he knows he's got some big shoes to fill, and yeah, he isn't the most social of creatures, shall we say? So it does take him a little while.
Slightly more complex character.
A little, yeah. He's sort of, whereas all of the others sort of got their trauma from book one, he's coming preloaded with his own. So, but
do you have a favourite character? And if so, why are they your favourite?
Oh, 100%. One of my favourite characters is probably Remy. Like, he's fun to write. He's almost like the comic relief. Like he has his moments of seriousness, because obviously you do need that, but like you also need somebody who is more comic relief, who's got that sort of lighter side. They're a bit more playful, and I very much enjoy writing him, because usually the jokes just write themselves. But he is also just a nice lad. He's got a heart of gold. And I do very much like Luciana as well, because she's just so cool.
Are they characters that you'd want to meet in real life?
Oh, 100%. Like most of these guys I would love to meet in real life. I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to piss them off, because but yeah, most of them would be cool to meet in real life.
Are they based on people in real life?
Not really, no. No, it's one of those things that I did wonder when the first book was published. I did wonder if people were going to say like, oh, but is this based on me? Is this? And thankfully no one has, because I didn't really know how to answer that question if they did, because you almost like see the hope in someone's eyes of like, is this about me? It's like, Not really,
Yeah.
no.
That's why you should never name a character after somebody you know.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how many times you tell them it's not them, they always think it is.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're going to get weird.
Oh, do you know where's the rest of the series going? Do you know where that's going to go?
Yes. I know where it's gonna, I definitely know where it's gonna end. And I know sort of the lead up to the end. There's a little bit in the middle that I'm still trying to figure out, like trying to decide if the idea I currently have is how it's gonna stay or if it's gonna change a bit. But yeah, I know how it's gonna end.
Good. So there's 3 in this series?
So yeah, there's three in the series, 3 about Ariana and her time as a Neo warrior. If I decide to stay in the world and take it further, I do have more ideas like for that particular world, but they won't necessarily be about her.
Oh, okay. And are you writing book 3?
I am not. No, because I did book 1 and book 2 in such quick succession. I'm sort of, again, I'm taking a bit of a break from that world, doing some other things, and if the idea sort of suddenly springs to me, then I probably will just go straight into it, but at the moment I'm taking a break.
Yeah, you need to take a little bit of time away from it to sort of come up, otherwise you end up writing the same things.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. It's sort of...
Yeah. You published quite swiftly after the first book. Was that deliberate decision?
Not necessarily, no. Like, I almost didn't expect book 1 to get picked up when it did, because I sort of decided at the beginning of that year, I'd sort of said to myself, I'm just going to send it places. If it doesn't get picked up by the end of the year, then I will just put it online and just see what happens. And then it did get picked up. And then I was editing book 2 at the same time. So it was sort of like I was almost like juggling both projects at exactly the same time. So when book 2 was finished, I just sort of in that instance thought, just why not? Possibly knowing more about the publishing world that I do now, I probably wouldn't necessarily do that again. I give things a little bit more time to breathe. But so it wasn't, but I don't think it's worked out badly.
Okay. Good. And are you hoping that people who read book 1 will come back to book 2?
I really do hope so. Like, I know a lot of people that I spoke to when they finished book 1 were very intrigued and excited to know more. Like I did leave it on a cliffhanger. Like I definitely left book 1 on a cliffhanger. Not intentionally so that people would come back, but yeah, a lot of people who I've spoken to have said yes, they do want to read more of it. So
yes.
Really hoping so.
That really gives you a really big boost, doesn't it?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's like
that's what we all want. You know?
Well, yeah, it's like you want people to be invested in something that you've spent all this time and effort in, and particularly with characters that you love so much.
And knowing that they've read it and they've got invested in the characters and they want more.
Yeah,
it's like that's the goal. That's what you're aiming for all the time. How have you found being a published author?
I will say it's definitely different from what I thought when I was a kid. Because obviously, like, when you're a kid, you have these grand ideas of, like, you know, it's an overnight sensation. And like, I mean, realistically, nothing massively has changed. Like, you know, I still have the same job. And I still have to work a full-time 9 to 5, but like, I've met so many more people, obviously yourself included, but like I've met so many more people now that I am a published author, and I feel like I've done so many other different things. Like I've done a lot of events, a lot of signing, and like in those as well, you just get to meet and talk to like people who hopefully also share your love of reading. And even if like, you know, they don't end up buying something from you, you still get to have that interaction with them.
Isn't it? Sometimes I don't even mind if I don't get a sale. If you talk to somebody that's so into it, it's weird, but yeah, it's not always about getting a sale.
No, I mean the ones that I do always often enjoy is when you talk to somebody and they're like, I don't really read much, and then they say, but I will give this a go, or even if they don't give necessarily like your book a go, if they just say like you give them a recommendation for something else and they say, oh yeah, I'll give that a try. Like I just that's quite nice, because I think more people would enjoy reading if they had time for it.
Yeah, it's the thing I'm hearing all the time. Oh, I don't have time, or I start a book but I can't finish. Well, you haven't found the right book. What's next in the works for you?
So at the beginning of this year, I started writing. I started like actually physically handwriting, because I quite enjoy that for a first draft, like actually handwriting it. A modernized version of Oliver Goldsmith's She Stoops to Conquer.
Okay.
One of my favourite plays, studied it at university, and I was like, this is fantastic, this is hilarious. So I've wanted for quite a while to do a modern version of that, and now I finally like had the spark for it. So I've been working on that. I'm also going to start editing a romance novel. So I originally wrote this back in 2014 when I worked at a theatre, because it's set over a Christmas panto.
Okay.
And yeah, like I say, I was working at the theatre at the time. It's very much based on that experience and sort of like what I saw like backstage and things like that, and just sort of like the jokes that you get from working in a theatre. And yeah, so I'm starting to edit that as well, so it's going to be really, really weird, like writing about Christmas and stuff in like March and April. But
like when they film all the Christmas specials.
Yeah, like when you see sort of, when you know that they've done like all of the stuff that's going out on Christmas Day, it's sort of like, you know, they filmed that in like August when it was the height of summer and everyone's dying in jumpers. Yeah.
Okay, where can people buy your books?
So on my Instagram, I've got a link to my link tree, and that has links to where everyone can buy. So from the publishers, from Austin Macaulay Publishers, they're also available to order on Waterstones, Amazon, Foyles, Barnes and Noble, I believe, as well. My favourite place to buy books online, though, is a place called hive.co.uk. So you can buy books, and mine are on there. So, so yeah, you can buy books. They are ever so slightly cheaper than the retail price, but when you get to the end of your checkout, you've got the option for 3 local independent bookstores that you can choose one, and some of your sale, like some of the money that you have spent on the books, goes to one of those bookstores.
Okay.
They also do CDs and DVDs as well.
Like sort of like a community thing.
Yeah, kind of. Like I absolutely love them. I discovered them 4 or 5 years ago now, and if I can, I get most of my books on there.
Okay.
But yeah, mine are also on there too.
Okay. Well, Aki McKenzi, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, now we do the cheesy both looking into the camera for the
the thumbnail, yeah.
Okay, so you just go, hi. Right. Also really awkward doing that, but hey,